Hi, and welcome to Crypto Crazy. I'm Cal, and on this channel, I talk about my views and also the news of everything crypto related. So, if you don't want to miss any of those videos, do subscribe. And today, I want to start off with Polkadot. As you can see on screen, it says Polkadot's DOT is now the fourth largest coin in terms of market cap. And it wasn't too long ago that I created a video where I said in January, Polkadot is the coin to buy. Now, I spoke about the reasons as to why. There were many projects that Polkadot does have in the pipeline, and many projects that are going to be utilizing the Polkadot platform, and also the technology and the pros of Polkadot as well. Now, I did a video, Polkadot's pros and cons, so you can have a balanced view. And if you haven't seen that, do go back and have a look at it. As you can see from here, just in the last 7 days alone, has had an 85% increase in value, which is incredible. And I still think it's got a long way to go just because of the technology that they have, the things they're trying to do, and also the utility that they will have. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll add a link here and you can go and check that out as well and see why I still believe it's a great video. Sorry, a video for a great coin. What you'll also see here is Ethereum. It's up while Bitcoin is down. Now, Ethereum, I spoke about that as well, where the Google searches were reflecting that there would be a pump in the price. Usually, if there are Google searches about a coin, it generally means people are researching, wanting to get into it, finding out a bit more about it, what it is, how it's doing at the moment, how they would buy into it. So we've seen uh, some of the price coming off on Bitcoin. People are selling. Obviously, that did shoot up very quickly, very to a high, whereas Ethereum hadn't so much. And when it did, but it's nice to see that it is still pushing forward, and I still think it is a good buy too. Which brings me on to a video that I've just seen with Bitboy Crypto. Now, Bitboy Crypto is one of the guys out there who is absolutely doing a great job in educating people about the crypto world. Here he's talking about Chamath Palihapitiya, who says that Ether might be going to zero. Now, having watched this, and I've seen that interview before, and Chamath, who, if you don't know, he is one of the original first senior executives and Facebook. He's a multi-billionaire now, and he's also the CEO of Social Capital when they do invest in in startups and in capital uh, in many ways too. And I saw that interview that he did 6 months ago that Bitboy here is referring to, and what he did say was that there isn't, he believes, as much value and in Ether or any of the other coins, and that Bitcoin will be the one that will be leading the way and will be the only one that has value. Now, Bitboy does a great job in explaining as to why there will be value in other coins too. But originally looking at that where it says it will go to zero, I don't think that will be the case. And I think, you know, Ether has a lot more value to be able to give. What I do want to show you in a more recent interview that Chamath had on CNBC, he said the Bitcoin would surge to 200,000 as investors realize that there's an uncorrelated hedge against untrustworthy national leaders. Now, what does he mean by that? Well, it says it there in the title. National leaders are untrustworthy, but more so than that, they have been printing a lot of money, and that devalues the value of money. Now, the people are trusting leaders of countries less and less. They don't like the fact that these governments are printing money to get out of their problems, that their money as a result is losing value. And if there is anything that could potentially go wrong, because of the situation that we're in, then Bitcoin, but not only Bitcoin, but other good cryptocurrencies are a hedge against that. So if people do realize, well, no, we would rather be in this than have gold or hold cash, then cryptocurrency is the place where he believes people will begin investing, and uncorrelated, because it is no way correlated to the actions that they are taking. So if all this money is being printed, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe something like 7 trillion has been printed in the US through all of these stimulus packages, quantitative easing. Obviously, we're in this major pandemic and possible economic crisis with a lot of unemployment and businesses going under. And clearly, the stock market has not reflected what truly is happening in the economy, and the stock market has been pushing up higher and higher. However, it's not correlated to cryptocurrency. Now, there are some people out there who believe when the value of when people will begin to sell and the value of stocks will go down, and people will instead hold things like gold, that maybe they will sell cryptocurrency as well. Now, that could well be the case. However, chances are people are going to be looking for, as Chamath said, an uncorrelated hedge. And as I mentioned before, I think some of those projects are absolutely great. And a good example is Polkadot. I think there's a lot of value to have there. And as I mentioned as well, with Ether too. So I think generally what's going to happen is where the investment now has happened, a lot of it in the top two, people are going to start to look for value. That's not to say there's going to be not going to be more money coming in here. It certainly will, but the value is really going to come in the coins, the altcoins that are a little bit lower down, but are good, solid projects. And there are reasons as to why to buy them, as I mentioned, like I said in my Polkadot video. So hopefully that gives you a bit more light as to what's happening especially with some of the things that get said. I saw that Bitboy Crypto video about Ethereum, and it said Ether to zero, and I thought, well, how? What has Chamath really said? And like I mentioned, it is a interview from 6 months ago in which he's talking about how he believes that once Bitcoin brings value and it's been adopted, then people will disregard the other coins and they have no value. However, I think considering that these are providing different technologies, and I'll certainly do another video in which I talk about why Bitcoin is more like gold and Ethereum, and it has a finite number too. Bitcoin will never go over a certain amount, so you'll have the scarcity principle as well, which will really push up the value of the coin. However, Ethereum, like I mentioned, it's used more for smart contract platforms, Polkadot interoperability, and they provide that facility for smart contracts to work on their platform as well. Between the different coins, they have some great projects, as I mentioned. So do have a look out and see where the value is and invest in those correctly. Always do your own research, but like I always say, I will continue to provide regular videos in which you can get more education as to what these coins are doing and what the companies behind them are trying to achieve too, and how they're progressing, and what to look out for as well as possible red flags too. I always try to give a balanced approach, not just say here are the good things and this is why you should invest, because you should always have a balanced view as to what is happening in every coin, really, regardless of if it's at the top or if they're the smaller coins. So hopefully that's been useful for you. If you have enjoyed that, as I always say, give me a like, subscribe. I'll be bringing out more videos, and enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next one. Bye.